You're listening to a Rock Candy podcast.
Hey guys, my name is Matt Langston. I am a music producer, a mix engineer, and an avid unicorn enthusiast. And I would like to invite you over to my podcast, 11D Life. On 11D Life, we get to talk to your favorite artists, producers, and creators about what makes them tick. We take deep dives into where they get their juiciest inspirations from and how they keep from being cynical about all of it. We even get to pull back the curtain on my band, 11D7, and share some fun insider tips and tricks for our fellow bandmates and creators out there. So be sure to check out 11D Life right here on the Rock Candy Podcast Network and wherever you get your favorite shows.
Hello, everybody. Friends, neighbors, enemies, stalkers. I'm Reese Roper, one of your hosts here at Joe and Reese's Pickle and Boot Shop, a diabolical brainwashing machine. First off, in this disclaimer section, I'd like to apologize for not using the following names for this episode. I feel ouchy inside, and should we tell Reese that he's gay? Joe, in this episode, claims that he's had the only real COVID, and the rest of us haven't. We talk about a phone call that we then don't talk about. I claim to have the penis of a 12-year-old girl. What is the statute of limitations on wiener showing? Anyway, we can't at all get through our album list, which is what this show is about. Us and our complete narcissism of telling you our favorite albums of all time. And immediately, almost, in doing this, I break the rules. Anyway, Pickle and Boot Shop, we hope you hate it!
Joe and Reese, Pickle and Boot Shop. Get yourself a pickle, get yourself a boot. Joe and Reese, Pickle and Boot Shop.
Pickle time is happening. Pickle time. I go down to get some pickles.
Bring your grandma and your kids.
I go downtown.
Bring your grandma and your kids.
Boot time. Pickle and boot time. Don't be fickle. Get your pickle cider, pop a nickel in your boots. Not a place of ill repute. Bring your grandma and your kids. Come for the pickles, stay for the squids.
Pickle and Boot Shop.
Stay for the squids.
Yeah, pickle time.
Put that pickle in your pants, get some booze inside your hands. Put that pickle in your pants, get some booze inside your hands.
1996, we start this.
Joseph! Joe, can you hear me, Pickle?
Pickle, can you hear me?
I hear you. Your beard, man, it's coming in good.
Pickle, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Joe? I hear you. It's this dang thing. It switches off. Hang on. Mic. Default. Hey,
Hey,
is that good? Wait, this one's better. Hey, how's that?
that's good.
Good. Okay. I can't find my coffee.
Great Scott!
Hang on. Trying to hang up these. I think it was a bad purchase, but I bought these gigantic kind of tarp-like curtains
Uh-huh.
to put, like, to divide this room up so it'd sound better in here, but mostly so that heat would stay in here because I'm always freezing my ass off. Okay. What are we talking about?
We're doing our top 20.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I didn't make the list.
Fucking hell. No, I did. I did what I was told.
Let's clap.
Oh,
Let's
let's
get the
get
clap.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Pickle and Boot Shop. This is your host, Chip and the Buzzsaw. Coming to you live.
Chip and the Buzzsaw.
Tuscaloosa 96.3.
Live. I can't. It's 10 in the morning, Joe.
It's 10 in the morning, everybody. I decided after having a couple of drinks last night that recording at 10 in the morning would be a good idea.
How does it feel? I feel ouchy inside.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this.
Ouch.
I will say this. So get this. I'm guessing rules are the same. Well, who knows at this point? But as far as COVID, my niece, whom I live with, got COVID. So, because she has COVID, obviously she's home from school.
Okay.
She's a senior in high school. Her and Ella, my oldest, they're in the same grade.
Okay.
At the same school. So, I happen to work at that school as well.
As a
because
roofer?
I do lots of roofing. I'm their in-house roofer.
Okay.
So, get this. So, Louisa gets COVID. So, due to school rules, because I live with her, I have to be out. I can't go into the school. I can't set foot in the school
Yeah.
for 10 days unless I can isolate myself from her. And then if I can isolate myself from her, I just can't go for 5 days. 5 days can't go to work there.
So you're on the honor system.
Yeah. And well,
That's
so
weird.
that's over 18. If you're under 18, you're fine. So Ella
What?
and Mia, who go to the same school, they're under 18 and they're vaccinated, so they can go back to school like it's no thing. So we all live under the same house. We all live
Yeah.
under the same roof. I can't return to work until Tuesday, and the girls have been able to continue going to school, continue going to cheer practice. And so since I can't be gone for 10 days, like I don't want to be gone for 10 days. So
Do you
I
get paid
isolate.
for the time off?
Yeah, it's not time off. Like I just can't be in the school. So like I could still work. I just work at our offices.
The other roofing areas.
The roofing office, the headquarters of the roofing business is
That's
where I
goofy.
so I'm just like in my office there. So
That's
I can't
goofy.
go in the school. It is. So
Yeah.
so to make it so I can go back to the school this Tuesday, I've isolated myself from Louisa at Heidi's house. So
Okay.
I'm out at Heidi's, staying away from Louisa so I can go back. But it's like the weirdest rules. Like I'm over 18 and I'm vaccinated with natural immunity because I've had COVID. Like I had the real COVID. I didn't have Omicron. All you Omicron COVID people, that ain't nothing. I had the real deal, Holyfield. All you punks and hoes know how I feel. So yeah, so that's that.
That's crazy,
And
man.
Yeah. So I'm out at Heidi's.
Yeah.
So should we talk about the phone call I got last night?
Did I don't know if we should yet. Maybe hold on to that
Okay.
because I don't know. I mean, you did want to talk to this dude first before we kind of air
Okay.
it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was exciting though.
It was definitely exciting.
You know,
Definitely exciting.
what I did last night is besides drinking too much, I went. Are you still there, Joe?
Yeah, 1 second. I
You
got
getting a
a yeah, 1 sec. I just got a real quick sip out of text.
Okay.
Yeah, COVID protocol.
Ball shaving.
Pro. Yeah, COVID protocol. Ball shaving. 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 Ball shaving Okay.
Joe, I want to
See.
tell you this thing that I can't put. I'm gonna have to edit out. But
Okay.
this is also goofy. So I put on my Christmas list what you had
Yeah.
told me, the manscaping thing.
Oh yeah.
No, what's weird is my sister bought it for me. I think she was just buying shit off my list. She bought it for me. And basically what it did, and I was not expecting this, because I've tried to trim around down there before and it gets itchy. It gets very itchy.
Yeah.
So I did it. It was not itchy, surprisingly. Like, everything's nice and smooth. But I had the penis of a 12-year-old girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you were done?
When I was done, I was like, it was like the penis of a 12-year-old girl. And I don't
Yeah,
think I like
that's-
that.
No,
I don't
I
even
I-
like saying that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think there's some sort of criminal charges just by saying that sentence.
I'm gonna have to edit it out right there
Some-
because that's gonna come up in court.
You should change it to like the penis of a 12-year-old clown. Because that, in editing.
I've never seen a 12-year-old clown's penis.
So, yeah.
This is just. I'm just circling the drain, dude.
I would
What a-
challenge. I would challenge to say, have you seen the penis of what you mentioned?
No. I
So
have seen the penis of a 12-year-old boy when I was 12.
When you were 12.
Yeah, and also, quite a few of my friends showed me their wieners. It was a big deal then.
I don't really feel comfortable
Having this discussion.
having this discussion. This is it's a statutory type conversation. So there's nothing. The only thing that makes it wrong is that it's less than 18.
It was consensual penis showing at age 12. And it was more just like, do you have pubes yet? That was the conversation. Or
my.
just whipping it out and showing it because it's funny. Some,
I'd rather do that as a 44-year-old.
some boys at work got in trouble. They're 12-year-old boys, and they got in trouble for showing each other and touching their wieners, and everybody was shocked. Now, granted, these kids have a history of sexual abuse, so you got to be careful. But in my head, I'm like,
In your
Is-
hand,
in
that was
my
probably.
hand-
I hope that wasn't a Freudian slip.
no. In my head, I was like, isn't that normal? Like, don't 12-year-olds just normally just whip it out and show each other?
I don't think so.
Dang it.
I don't think that's quote unquote normal.
Do you know any counselors I can talk to?
A
I
few.
got some stuff to comb through here.
I know. Yeah, I know one. Or I think your friend Beth can help you. Is she a licensed therapist?
No, she's like a
Oh.
life coach. She'd just be like, good job talking about your penis, your sexual trauma at age 12.
Right.
And it would still be in there.
Here,
Just rattle
have
it
some
around.
more biscuits and gravy. Just
Exactly.
making you feel good.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Wait, what got us on this conversation? Because I want to get off of it as quick as I can.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it. What else should we talk about?
Oh, well, we're gonna do our top 20. So
Oh.
you guys,
We're
a
just going
listener
right
asked
into it.
us.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we only have an hour
Mm-hmm.
to do this because we're going to do it all on the freebie. So we have 40 albums to get through. If we do one a minute, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Jelly Bean?
I may have more than 20 albums on mine. I got a problem. My problem is that, like, I got to, like, soundtracks, and I was like, should I put those in there? Because there's some perfect
I did.
soundtracks.
Yeah, I did some soundtracks.
But I don't know if they're in my top 20. And then I had perfect albums that didn't make the list just because they don't make me feel as euphoric as the other ones.
That's why we have a top 20.
Okay. I'm going to
So
tell, afterwards, I'm going to list all my ones that almost made it. How about that?
All your honorable mentions.
Uh-huh.
So are we I don't know if we're going to be able to do all of this within an hour.
No.
So I know me and you have sat down to record for 2 hours. So if we go 2 hours on this, because it's already quarter after, we're already, what time stamp are we at?
15 minutes.
Yeah, so we're at 15 minutes already. So we're not going to get through 40 albums in 45 minutes. So if we do our 2 hours and we break this up, we hit the after 11,
Yeah.
we break it up, and then we can use these as freebies.
Okay.
And then maybe we can record, maybe tomorrow or Monday, we can maybe record an hour for paid content.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
we just do top 5 lists of things we don't really give a crap about. Like, what's your top 5 brands of applesauce? And you just be like,
Yeah, Kirkland and
is
Mott's.
it on sale? That one. The one in the tube that the kids squeeze or fling all over the back seat? That one.
Ugh.
Okay. You go. Number 20, Joe. Favorite album. Now, the parameters are, we talked about this before, that it has to be a perfect album or nearly perfect. Where
Yes.
there's no, you're not just picking, like, this album is my favorite because it's got 3 of my top favorite songs on. However,
Right.
I kind of did that with a couple albums because the band, they're like my favorite bands, and I had to put my favorite album in there. There's some duds.
See, I know, because I'm with you, but I tried to, like, I agree. There are stuff that I'm like, man, I really want this on there because it's one of my favorite bands, and I love this album. Like, the album meant a lot to me. So, for instance, Mighty Mighty Bosstones, Don't Know How to Party. That was the album that introduced me to ska. That was the album that just blew my mind as far as this new music that I'd never heard.
Yeah.
So just for getting its back, I wanted to put it on this list, but I can't because Someday I Suppose is a great song. Don't Know How to Party is a great song, but I can't really stand by the rest of the songs on that album and say that that was a fantastic album. So I had a lot of that where I loved these bands and I loved a particular album because I remember going and purchasing it.
Yeah.
And the nostalgia behind that purchase and that point in my life. But still, at the end of the day, when I boiled it down, there were only maybe 2 or 3 really good songs on the album. And to this day, I don't listen all the way through to Don't Know How to Party. I just listen to the songs that I like.
You're going to have to put that on your honorable mentions then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So these 20 are albums that when I got them and throughout history, I can just put them on, whether it's digitally, whether it's the vinyl, whether it's a CD, and I can hit play and I enjoy listening through the whole CD. And some songs might be a 10, some songs might be a 5, but they're all good and driving, you can listen to it while you're driving, all that stuff. There's no really duds.
Okay.
So my number 20, my hometown guy, Eminem.
Wow.
I'm going the Eminem Show.
Wow.
The Eminem Show from, I believe, 2001.
All right.
I'm going the Eminem Show, Marshall Mathers.
So you're picking the hometown hero. Marshall
Hometown Heroes
Mathers.
is number 20, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's funny, when you talk about the honorable mentions, my 20 was like a toss-up between Eminem, the Eminem Show, and Kid Rock's Devil Without a Cause.
Okay. I'm
Both
glad you
great
didn't
albums.
pick Kid Rock's Devil Without a Cause, because I don't know. You
'Cause
know
we're
what? I've
trying
never
to.
listened to the album, but I don't really like Kid Rock.
Yeah, I enjoy Kid Rock.
Okay.
To me, he hasn't let, he goes up and he does his persona on stage.
Yeah.
But, everybody around here, in Detroit, everybody has, his real name's Bob Ritchie. Everybody has a Bob story. Where you're, you'll be in, in a Outback Steakhouse and, he just comes in and, pays everybody's tab.
Oh, that's
Or-
cool.
He's just, a super... he's just a super, chill guy. I personally have never had any interactions with Bob, with Kid Rock.
Yeah.
But tons of people in the area have. And before Devil Without a Cause came out, when he was getting bigger, I had heard a story that he used to live in Royal Oak. So the city that I live in, he had a house before Devil Without a Cause came out. It was the months leading up to its release.
Mm-hmm.
And he was living in a house in Royal Oak, and he was like sitting outside smoking cigarettes one day, and some kid came by, and as the album was like getting bigger, like this kid and his friend, as the story goes, this kid and his friend were like, hey man, like the new album is great. Like, you're Kid Rock. He's like, yeah. They're like, the new album's great. He's like, oh, thanks, man. And these kids, he like invited the kids, and it's always like, whenever you hear the story, it's always like a friend of a friend. And so the story is from so long ago, 20 some years ago, that I kind of forget the ins and outs. But I remember whoever these kids were, like he just like invited them up on his porch, and he was like, you guys want a beer? And they're like, we're 14. And he's like, oh, you guys, like, I think I have some lemonade. And he like went and like got lemonade and just sat there and like smoked cigarettes. And these kids he just chilled with them like on his porch for an hour or so. And then the kids were like, all right, we got to go. And then the album came out, you know, multi platinum. And he moved out, he moved out this way to where I am now.
And it was you and Nate.
Yeah, and I just talked. Yes, me and Nate, me and
That's
Sang.
amazing. You and Sang
were the kids.
That's amazing.
So I just talked all that about Devil Without a Cause when I actually picked the Eminem Show.
All right, so the Eminem Show. It is a fantastic album. Eminem, maybe
White America,
the greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah, I think so. As far as wordsmithing, I mean, there's different
rhyming. Like he'll. I mean, he's super influential. I think. Yeah, he is. It's hard. It's hard to pick. Like I wouldn't say like all I listen to is rap, but of rappers that I've heard, really good ones like Killer Mike. You can tell he's influenced by Eminem. So, I don't know.
What's your 20? What's your 20?
So...
That means where are you?
What's my 20? 10-4, good pal. My first... Okay, so I had about 20 that almost made it.
20. Okay.
Yeah, I actually was going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was going to say I had an 11-way tie for number 20 because I had so much trouble. But I think I'm going to I'll just sum these up at the end. But for 20, number 20 for me was Rocket and a Bomb by Mike Knott.
Oh, okay.
So Mike is a troubled fellow, but super influential, like on the Christian scene. Like, I'm not sure there would have been a Cornerstone without this dude. Like he did, like his early bands, LSU, and then Lifesavers Underground, and then he ran Blonde Vinyl, and there were tons of bands like Breakfast with Amy and like all these early kind of punk and post-punk bands that were in the Christian scene that kind of he either ran the record label for or he influenced. But of all that, like he's just a brilliant wordsmith. He made this album called Rockin' and a Bomb. It was his first solo album. And I think it came out on Tooth and Nail. Could be lying to you. The second one he did, Strip Cycle, was on Tooth and Nail.
Okay.
Which is also brilliant. But this one is just stories about when he lived in this apartment building and just the characters in it. And it's like funny and heartbreaking and just like you feel bad for Mike and then all the people in it. Like he lived down the hall from John Barrymore Jr. And he told this story in some interview, like he didn't know it was him, but like he was getting his mail and he turned around and Drew Barrymore was there getting her dad's mail. And he's like, hey, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, my dad lives up there. And then he made friends with her dad. And the guy gave him the strangest, like, acting lessons, like where he would spank him and things like this. And so this stuff made it into the songs. It's just brilliant.
Oh,
So there you go. Rocket and a Bomb by Mike Knott.
perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my number 19. This has to be on just because of the '90s. Listening to this through all the time, and I have Nirvana's Nevermind.
Okay. And and tell me why you think it's a perfect album.
I don't know if on my list, when I say top 20 albums, I don't know if I would ever say, except my top 3, I
Okay.
don't know if I'd ever say this is a perfect album. I just think when I put Nirvana Nevermind in and I press play or I put that needle on it, I don't need to, I know that at no point I need to like, oh, I got to press skip on this.
Yeah.
Oh, I could just let it go and I can sing along to every song on the album.
Okay.
You know, so there's a lot of albums that you press play and then a song comes on and you never listen to it. So you don't know the lyrics to it. You don't know any of that. But like my top 20s here, these are kind of just these are albums that if I put the CD in and hit shuffle, I'm good with whatever comes up.
All right.
So that's kind of how I define my albums. It's just I just enjoy every song that's on the album. I enjoy some more than others. Like Something in the Way. Like that's my favorite song off that album.
Yeah.
So, but
It's like
Yeah.
something in the way she moves me. That's
yeah.
No.
Perfect.
That's not.
That was
Nirvana.
perfect. And we talked about that. They had that song on the Batman,
Yeah.
the Batman trailer, and oh my gosh! After hearing that, I probably hadn't listened to Nirvana
That's so
in a
cool.
couple of years, and then after seeing that trailer, that album went on immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I think
So
I hear what you're saying. There's some albums that I think like that would have gone on, except they got. I listened to them so much. Like even if I listen to it now, I'm just like, ugh. Like I almost put Rock from the Crypt, Scream Dracula Scream on here. Like it'll get in my honorable mentions because it's really good. But holy crap. Like Keith and Andy would listen to that nonstop every time they drove for 4 years. And so I'm just like if I listen to it, I'm like, I can remember being like, this is amazing, but I'm also still sick of it.
yeah. Yeah, no, I had that for some. I mean, there's some albums on here that definitely. In fact, my next one will probably be one of those. But, yeah,
Yeah.
where you listen to the daylights out of it, and now I try to listen to the album, and it's like, ooh, I don't know if I can listen from all the way. Maybe a song here or there, but to look back and know that there was a time in my life where. That you just press play and you didn't ever press stop.
Okay.
You just listened to the whole album, yeah.
I agree.
But yeah,
I mean, that
you
is
could
an
definitely get
amazing
sick
album.
of some of this stuff.
Yeah. That's so I agree with your selection, Joe. I'm glad you picked it. This is what I'm worried about with mine. Like I just gave a legitimate one, and now you're gonna be like, is Reese gay? And the answer is we don't know. It's going to keep building where you're just like, what is should we tell him he's gay? But yeah, so this you're going to be very confused with how all over the map this stuff is. But like,
I don't think any of us are shocked by that.
oh, good. Morning Like This by Sandy Patty
Okay.
is my number 19. It has one song that is kind of shitty called Face to Faith. And because it's kind of like this jazzy thing that she is far too white to be singing. I mean, she's super talented, but I know everybody's like, why? Why did you do this to me? Why? I thought you had good taste, Reese. The first concert I went to was Sandy Patty and the Friendship Company. It was at McNichols Arena, 1984, at Mile High Stadium, right next door. Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 was playing Thriller. So in between her songs, you would hear Thriller, and it was crazy. Like Sandy would talk about it like, oh, sounds like they're having fun over there.
Sinners.
But, you know, like I got drugged there by my church youth group. I think I was 11 or 12. I just remember being blown away because she had like a full orchestra. And man, that girl has some pipes. Like she can sing so well. So this album, like, it's got a lot of sentimental value to me, but it's just Michael W. Smith wrote about half the songs on it, and they're just amazing. And then the singing, she could hit so high, like it's like the bottom half of her body is diaphragm. It's just straight. Man, she's a good singer. So I love that album. I put it on. I've got 2 copies of it because I have one for use and one I'm afraid, like it's the good copy on vinyl.
Like a collector.
Yeah, it's who collects it? Like I found them both at thrift stores, but like it's special to me, so I want to keep it. And I throw it on every single Easter. Usually I listen to it on Christmas too. It's just really good, and it just, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, mostly nostalgic for me, but that's my 19.
All right. So number 18, my number 18 is an album that in 1996 I listened to every freaking day of my life, probably 95, 96. This was constantly on, and it's a local ska band here in Michigan, and it was the Parka Kings. And the Parka Kings and their album, I think they only put out 2 albums, and this is their first. It's called 23 Skidoo. I don't know if you guys can find it, but I believe it's on YouTube. I think if you YouTube the Parka Kings 23 Skidoo, there's like a YouTube video that just plays the entire album. And listeners, obviously you guys love ska. Some of you still listen to it and appreciate it. Listen to that album, the Parka Kings 23 Skidoo. It's just, for a local band, it's just every song was good. And it was just a good little album. And for that time in my life, that's, you know, in like the mid 90s, that's when I got away from like listening to the radio. And I think this may have been the first CD of a local band that I purchased. So it wasn't something that you could hear on the radio. And I was sick and tired of listening to the radio. And so 23 Skidoo went in the old CD player and was just on nonstop all the time playing. So the guys in Parka Kings, I don't think they went in to be in like other bands or anything like that. Oh man, I'm getting phone calls. I'm getting all sorts of stuff over here.
This is what happens when you do a podcast at 10 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. I was getting like a phone call from like Morgantown, Virginia.
Sounds legit.
Yeah. You know what? I'm thinking I need to renew my insurance on my car, warranty.
Your warranty. You know, and if that thing breaks down, that's on you. You got a lot of chances that
I should have
you blew,
taken
Joe.
that call. I should have taken that call. I'm having decliner's regrets.
Yep.
So Parka Kings 23 Skidoo. What's
All
your
right.
18?
18 for me is not going to ingratiate with me with music critics, but it is "To Hell with the Devil" by Stryper.
Okay.
Again, like super formative for me. Like I my first music that I really was into besides Queen, and I think Queen probably had something to do with this, was classical music. So I liked Rachmaninoff and Tchaikovsky. So when I started listening to like metal, I was like, oh, this is what I really wanted. It like had classical elements, but then was heavy as crap. So I loved it. And one of the first bands I was introduced to was Stryper by Keith. And that album had just come out, like when he and I met. It's so good. It's a little cheesy, but I mean, Stryper, like as far as glam metal bands, like I think they beat them all. You know, like you like Poison. Poison sucks. Poison has
I
one
love
good
Poison.
song. Every rose has a thorn.
Oh,
and then
I almost put "Open Up and Say on this list.
garbage.
Love that album.
Sorry,
I love that
Joe.
album.
I like Motley Crue. Okay.
Unskinny Bob.
Oh,
Unskinny
that song
Bob.
is garbage.
Every
What is it
Rose.
about? Unskinny Bop.
Yeah, it's about making sweet love.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the Unskinny Bob.
hire somebody to write your lyrics. Because, like, let's come up with a better term than unskinny bop. No, wait, you're losing. Wait. No,
In the old man's Ford,
Stryper.
behind
man.
them bushes.
Oh
till
my
I'm
gosh,
screaming for
Stryper. The harmonies, like all four of them singing harmonies all the time, like so good. Michael Sweet is such an amazing singer, had like such a crazy range, and then the way they layered their guitars, insane. Like I would say, I would fight anybody that thinks, except for you, Joe. I'll give you this. That thinks there is a better glam metal band than Stryper.
It's funny. There's a guy that I work with who, judging the book by its cover, nothing about him you would ever think that his favorite band was Stryper.
Yeah.
Like down in the locker room one day, he's like, "Hey, were you in a Christian band?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you like Stryper?" And I'm like, "Oh, here we go." Like the typical. That's usually people around our age, their go-to to try and make like a dig. Like, "Oh, I bet you listen to Stryper. You're a Christian." And so he brings up, I'm like, "Okay, here we go. Where's this going to go?" And he's like, "I love that band." And he just talks about like how that's like his favorite band. And I want to say like 3 years ago, they came through Detroit and played like some little club.
Yeah.
And he bought his tickets like way in advance. And he went, man, and he loved it. And after the show, he was telling me all about it. Like the next day, he's like, "Dude, Stryper played," and he was like, they only played for like 40 people. And,
Oh my gosh.
and he
Joe,
loved it. He loved it.
You should have gone. We played one year at Cornerstone. Like they were playing Cornerstone at the main stage, and somehow I think we played before them. And we had to share the trailer backstage with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I was my normal self when I'm around musicians that I admire. I was like, hey, talking to them, like trying to act like a human. But then they freaking were just like doing their vocal warm-ups and just singing together. And it's better than, like, their warm-up was better than anything my band has ever made. Just the four of them singing backstage. And then I remember being like, "Holy crap, you guys sound so good. How much did you practice for this show?" And they go, "We don't practice anymore." So this is before they had put out any of their newer albums since they got back together. But like, they were just like, "Yeah, it's just kind of muscle memory. We don't practice. We'll just warm up backstage." And my jaw just hit the floor because they were so tight. They were so good.
And you're just talking their pants.
Yeah, their pants were tight. Man, for
Tight.
real, I love
Tight,
Stryper.
yes? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Pants are tied. Yes.
All right, your turn. Number 17.
My number 17 is Face to Face, Big Choice.
Oh, good one.
Such a good album. I was introduced to this album by Nathan Sjogren. We were right out of high school. I believe it was around 96. And I don't know. He just he picks me up from my house one day and was like, hey, I just picked up the new Face to Face. And I'm like, don't know what you're talking about. Don't know who they are. Popped them in. I think the very first chord that plays, I was hooked, and I have been a Face to Face fan ever since. And this was just an album that I remember just played the summer before the Insiders really hit big. So it was that summer of like 96, where we're starting to do stuff. We're starting to play more shows. We're starting to play festivals. And this was like the album that was played in the van just all the time. All the time. If we were going somewhere, this album was playing. And it was just every song was like a sing-along. And so, and just for me, I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure there's other albums when I think about it that may have like better artwork. But something about that artwork of just that claw game, the Big Choice claw game that you play in an arcade, in the middle of like just like a field with like a blue sky behind it, that's just always stuck with me. To me, that's just like an iconic cover for me personally. I just always think of that. Whoever did the marketing on that, whoever did the artwork on that, I don't know if they just threw that together for something or if there's a
It
big
is an
meaning.
iconic cover.
Yeah, if there's like a bigger meaning, but that artwork has just always stayed with me. And I was trying to pick between like Big Choice and then their next one, the Face to Face, where I think it's the self-titled where he's looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I think what was my tiebreaker was the artwork of Big Choice will just always be in my brain
It's
because
so
of that
iconic.
album. Yeah.
Yeah, good choice. 17 for me is going to be Hot Fuss by The Killers.
Oh, great album.
Yeah, I think, like, I can listen to it, the entire thing. I listen to it a lot. And it's also kind of sentimental for me. I went on a trip with Amy to Croatia, and we listened to it a ton, just like driving between Zagreb and this city called Dubrovnik. And it was beautiful, and we just kept listening to it. So it's got a lot of sentimental value from my marriage and when it was good. But I just love the songs on it. I love...
The locals were like, yes, the Killers, yes.
Yes.
We like the Hot Fuss, yes. We like the Hot Fuss, too. We like the Hot Fuss, we like the Killers, yes.
Make a graffiti.
A young little scalawags down the road did a graffiti of the Killers, yes, on the wall, the brick wall, yes.
What I love is it kind of kickstarted like this, like the revival for me of new wave bands, because it was like it had just all these new wave kind of 80s elements in the keyboards and stuff.
I agree with you 1,000%. I think because at least in like high school, the kids are now into the 90s. So everything that was cool in the 90s is cool now. The last few years, it's been like the 80s.
Yeah.
And I would agree with you, man. I think the Killers kickstarted that 80s comeback.
Yeah.
Like the Killers were doing like the neon colors. Mm-hmm. You know, they were kind of doing that stuff like on their albums or like a video or something. Like they were into like bringing back the neon colors, bringing back the synthesizers and everything like in the songs. And I would agree with you. Yeah.
Their newer stuff, like you can tell Brandon Flowers really loves Bruce Springsteen. And so they've pulled away from the 80s stuff and gone more into just like this kind of Springsteen style rock, which is good, but it's not as good to me. So I love that album. That's it.
What were the... See, I love the Killers. I got into the Killers late, like I was late to that party, and all cards on the table. The Killers songs that I'm familiar with, I think are just picking and choosing from albums. Like
Yeah.
I like You Had a Boyfriend Who Looked Like a
Mr.
Girlfriend.
Brightside.
Mr. Brightside,
No.
is that
That's
on
not
Hot
Mr.
Fuss?
Brightside. That is called, that is on Hot Fuss.
Okay. And then Mr. Brightside is on Hot Fuss, right?
Yeah. No, that is Mr. Brightside. No. God, what is
I think
that
that's
song?
You Had a Girlfriend or something like that. You Had a Boyfriend. And January of last year, not confidential, and I got potential.
Somebody told me.
Somebody told me, yep. So somebody told me, Mr. Brightside, are those two on Hot Fuss? Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are great. I also like, I don't think it's on Hot Fuss, but I love, is it Spaceman? From one of their albums?
I think that might be on Day and Age.
I think it was on the one that was before. Was it before Hot Fuzz? I don't know. But Killers are good.
Spaceman. It's on Day and Age, number 3.
Okay, I do like that band.
Day and Age is amazing too. I just think sentimentally, Hot Fuss
Yeah,
is good.
yeah.
I mean,
I'll
they're-
give it to you, man. I'll give it to you.
all right. Let's hear it. What is number 16 for you?
16 for me. The Light of Things Hoped For by Brave Saint Saturn.
Joe, fuck you.
Great album.
You asshole. Joe.
Yeah.
Let's
This
not talk
album.
about that.
This album from front to back, just like you're wiping, right? From front to back.
That's how you should, yes.
So this album is just great for me, and I didn't get into this album until both of our careers, like the wave had crashed,
Yeah.
and I was no longer doing like the Insiders full time. And I believe that's when I got this album. And I just listening to song after song after song, every single one that comes up is amazing. I mean, you know, we talk about if you could get like 2 or 3 good hits off an album, you're doing pretty good as an artist. And this album for me, I mean, every song on there you can like sing along to. Every song is great. I played 2 of the songs for Heidi, and I was talking to her about something in one day. I was talking about something, and I was like, "Oh, there's a song," and so I played it. She's listening. It was just quiet in the living room, listening to I think Estrella. She's crying, like I see the tears rolling down her eyes. Later on in the day, we're talking about something, or maybe we were watching a movie, and I played Daylight. And I go, oh, hey, this is another song off that album. And play Daylight, same thing. Like just sitting there listening to like we're not talking, nothing else is going on. Just sitting there listening, and same thing, like tears streaming down both of our faces. So this album, I think, emits the whatever vibe that you wanted, because the CD appears to be, it feels like it's a story, right? So it's,
Yeah.
I feel like that the album is a story, and I think whatever story that is that you were telling comes across. Like you go from song to song, and your emotion goes. It's not like listening to like Blink-182, Enema of the State, where it's like good songs, but each song stands on its own. Like you're invested like a movie when you press play for this album. Like when I press play on this album, I'm not just playing it to hear Estrella. I'm just pressing play just to hear Daylight. Everything goes through, and it's like you don't just put in Return of the Jedi and watch 20 minutes in the middle of the movie. You have to watch the whole movie. With this album, you have to watch the whole thing, because it gets you at the beginning, then it takes you all the way through the end, and the happy ending at the end, and it's amazing. So stick that in your butt and fart it out, Reese.
No comment. Thank you. Okay, 16 for me is Rockin' the Suburbs by Ben Folds.
I was never a Folds fan.
Have you heard this album?
No, because I explain it to me. Let me know why you pick it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just poo-poo you right off the rip.
No, it's fine. It's like so you never got into Ben Folds. Was it his voice to you, or just like the style of music?
Nate, Bo, Bram, those guys were all in on Ben Folds. Like they still go see him whenever he comes through. Like whenever he's doing something, I know that Bo and Nate are at that show. It just never appealed to me. I think the first song I ever heard from him, like whatever his first like radio hit was, like whatever song was like on MTV or something, I just didn't get into it. I was at a different point in my life, so I wanted grittier punk. I wanted gritty punk. I wanted pop punk. I wanted that type of stuff. And then when Folds came out, I was just kind of like, nah,
not that at all.
Yeah.
It's like if you grew up listening to Billy Joel and Elton John, Supertramp, stuff like that. Like he's got his influences on his sleeve all the time. Yet he's kind of got this punk rock rebelliousness to him. So Rockin' the Suburbs, it was like his first solo album away from Ben Folds 5. And it was on a major label, and I think there was like, you can tell there's all this tension of him trying to please the label and then him just being like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to change a song for it. So like this song Rockin' the Suburbs, he says the word fuck in it. And it should have been like a top 40 song, but he ruined it on purpose, I think. But like the rest of it, even that song is amazing. But like I think he's such a brilliant songwriter. Like musically, you can tell he's kind of this tortured artist because he's a really good pianist. He's a really good songwriter, but at this point when he was making this album, I think he was too young to know it. Like, I think people were either just blowing smoke up his ass or he felt like he wasn't good enough. And this album seems to me like he's trying to prove something to himself.
Okay.
So the lyrics are just straight. It's like Rocket in a Bomb. Like, it's just very emotional stories about people where you can just metaphorically draw and be like, that's me, or I know somebody like that. And the last song has got to be, it is the most beautiful love song I've ever heard. The Luckiest. And, you know, like we played it at our wedding. I know tons of people that had it in their wedding. It was for his ex-wife. It's heartbreaking, you know, like that. And the fact that me just thinking about my wife coming down the aisle to it, it's such a beautiful song. It's just piano and cello and like some female background vocals in Ben Folds. It's so good. I've gone to see him live, like with a small quartet.
Yeah.
Brilliant. He's so brilliant. It's hard to get that because I think in the 90s people were just like, yeah, Ben Folds, and they'd play you something that would make radio.
Yeah,
But
that's all I know of it.
Everything that dude has done is at least in the top 10 of 90s music in the 90s. But like even since then, the stuff that he's done. But some of the albums and some of his songs are just heartbreaking. They're so good. Like the song Magic, if you ever listen to that, it's just heartbreaking. It's so hard. It's about a friend of his dying. But this whole album, I think, is just incredible, especially the last song. So, give it a listen.
All right.
Let's go for 15.
15. Ocho de Cinco. How I Spent My Summer Vacation by the Bouncing Souls.
All right.
This was like my big introduction into the Bouncing Souls. So like when this album came out, I didn't know the Souls before this. And then I would see like their little logo on guitar cases, like that little like little circle like ball with the arms.
Yeah.
And like that little like the Bouncing Soul. And so I would see that everywhere and I was always like, what is that? What is that? And then I see the record and that logo's on the record. I'm like, oh my God. So, so it's like putting two and two together. And then the first time I put that in, same thing. Every single song, you just go from song to song to song. And the crazy thing about Bouncing Souls is like they're not like they were never played on the radio. Like they never made it to like your local radio station or anything like that. So the fun thing of listening to this album, I always thought, is as you listen to it, I like to think to myself, like, if they were like a big time band, like which one of these songs would have made it onto the radio? Would it have been True Believers?
Yeah.
I love that song. The Insiders, we used to cover that. And that was always like a really fun one to cover. But,
yeah.
It's you listen to every song, you're like, oh, I bet this would be their first single. And then you listen to the next song, and you're like, I think this would be their first single. I think this would definitely be played on the radio. Oh, this would. And the Bouncing Souls are just like, I've never met them. They just seem like the raddest guys. Just a great band. They just continue to put out good music.
Okay.
They're one of those bands that on my Apple iTunes, they're the only band on my Apple iTunes that I have clicked that if any of their new stuff comes out, I'm like alerted to it and I like automatically like download it. So they're the only band that happens.
I need to do a deep dive on Bouncing Souls because so my first album with them was Maniacal Laughter.
Yeah.
And I just remember I was like, I liked 2 songs on it, so that's why I bought it. And then I was like, I don't like this very much. And then I gave it away. And then for like the next year, I would be like thinking about that album. Like it slowly like got into my head, and then I never bought it back. So I'm bummed. I bought like their self-titled one, which I loved. Like Who's Gonna Throw the Toilet?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I need to listen to more of their stuff. I keep forgetting that I have iTunes now. Like you can listen to all the albums. And I'll just be like, I don't know, what do I want to listen to? And I forget I can go back and listen to stuff that I missed.
Exactly.
Like that.
And How I Spent My Summer Vacation, I think it was their breakout. When I go back and I listen to the stuff before, it just sounds like, just like you said, you'd get an album and there might be 2 songs on it that are like, oh, okay, yeah, I like these songs. And it seemed very local, and it seemed very, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And something happened with How I Spent My Summer Vacation. Like those guys grew up.
Okay.
And they figured it out. And I think How I Spent My Summer Vacation turned them from like a minor league player into like a major league, like all-star.
Okay.
And it's just amazing. And then every album from then on out, every single album, Anchors Away, the Gold album, I want to say like Ghosts of the Boardwalk. I don't know if that's on the Gold album or what. Like just ridiculous. They keep putting out good music. They just keep pumping it out. And so, but How I Spent My Summer Vacation, I think, kick-started all that. They went from like garage punk band to this phenomenal like rock band.
All right.
I think it's amazing.
So I know what I'm going to listen to today.
Yeah.
Some Bouncing Souls.
Heck yeah. What's your
Yeah.
15?
So 15 for me it was hard to pick. This band only put out 3 albums. This is one example of because I've hinted at this. I hate the music of the 90s, and I think there was only like 20 good bands.
Keep talking.
This is one of them.
Hey, keep talking. I have to zip out a text, so keep talking.
All right. So it's the band is the Sundays, and they had their first album, Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic, came out in 1990.
Okay.
That's the one I picked. Their third one, Static and Silence, came out in 97. And that also is, it made honorable mention. It was a toss-up between those two, but Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic was very, I guess, sentimental for me, so I kept it. So it's number 15. It's like almost shoegazery folk stuff.
Okay.
It's just beautiful. Like, all the songs on it are so good. Like, really good, just chill music. The singer, I don't know her name, but she's just sounds like the sweetest English lady, little British girl. So awesome. I love that album.
Her name's Tammy.
Name's Tammy?
Tammy Hutchinson.
Yeah, it's kind of like old Smith stuff, but without Morrissey, which I think would have made the Smiths better. It's like with a really sweet girl singing, so I love it.
Okay. What's that called again?
The Sundays, Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic.
Yes. I remember them. Never got into them, never listened to them, but I do remember them. So let's see. The next one I'm going with, do you need to take a break?
Hang on. What's up, honey?
Those things how you plug into the one in the charger thing.
Do I have a plug-in charger thing?
Yeah.
There's one in the kitchen by the sink. Hey, you need to get dressed, and tell Lyndon it's time to get dressed too. Okay. Love you. Okay.
Isn't it great when your kids, they're at that age where you have to tell them they got to get dressed?
I feel like I could benefit from this
Like you
instruction
had someone
some
every
days.
day who just told you, hey, Reese, it's time to get dressed.
Hey, buddy. Like, no, like, this is what I think they should go with robot technology. And it's like a robot that's non-judgmental, but just tells you basic things, but doesn't annoy you. And like, you're not getting dressed. You know, like, it would just be like, hey, I noticed you're still in your pajamas. You doing all right, buddy? Why don't you get dressed?
I find this odd that I have to say this a third time. Please put your pants on.
No nagging. Just like, hey, buddy, you thinking about getting dressed? Why don't you go eat something? Just
With pants on.
Yeah, with pants on.
You know what sounds good right now? A pudding cup with pants on.
Remember that time you spilled salsa on your penis? Let's not get a repeat. Put the pants on.
The spicy salsa.
That did happen to me as
Oh.
a young kid. We were in Mexico. I was age 6. I was wearing those short little 70s shorts, and somehow salsa just dripped right out of a taco right onto my penis, and I was like, ah! The best part was my mom's remedy for it was every day I had to dunk my penis in a cup of hotel water.
What?
She's like, it'll make it feel better. I was like, it doesn't. Also, I don't
You're
know
like,
if
but
you've
if I
read
had an apple
anything
pie.
or heard any anecdotal stories about the water in Mexico, Mom. Yeah,
Oh.
there you go.
Well, number 14.
All right,
From salsa on penises to number 14.
Joseph, we're an hour into this.
I know.
Should we call it quits for this episode and start on the next 5 for the next?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it. All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. I
Yeah.
can't do it as well as you can.
No,
Pickle and
but
Booch.
you're not kidding. You guys, so freebie guys, we're just going to continue to go through our list. We've gone through 5. So we're going to do the next, whatever. Or we've gone through 6. So we're going to continue to do it, but on time we're at an hour right now. And so
An hour. Straight narcissism.
yeah. So we're
Listen
gonna,
to me and my choices. You
Yeah.
fools.
Yeah. So we're gonna call it, and we'll see you.
right.
Bye.
Love you guys. Peace.
Goodbye, everybody. Yes.
Yes.
For more shows like this one, visit rockcandyrecordings.com.